So it's that time of the week again where we get to watch ReZero, and this week, while it wasn't as heartbreaking or gut-wrenching, there was this kind of pressure while watching it that was building up, and I think the next episode it's really going to go off, so yeah. So the episode is called The Desire of a Pig, and this is something that Priscilla says to Subaru, which is basically calling him worthless, saying that he's got no dignity and things like that, and it fits the theme of this episode. It's basically a desperate man going around to all these powerful people, asking for help, with absolutely nothing to barter with, considering that they're technically his enemies as well, because he's a supporter of like the opposite faction kind of thing. It's a shame, but yeah. So I think the best part of this episode was like the first 10 minutes, because they did a really good job. In the last episode, it ends with Subaru's, like, determined, murderous look. We see this episode, we don't see Subaru's eyes for a very long time. If you watch that scene again, it cuts to, like, everything but being able to see his eyes. And the reason they've done this is because there's that murderous intent, that little white gleam in his eyes, which, I don't know how animators do it, really, but they were able to capture, like, real horror and, like, murderous intent in his eyes with just two little white dots in his eyes, and that's amazing. But I just loved that whole scene, the way it was building up. There's like this music in the background, and you can just feel this thing building and building and building. And then Crush says something that Subaru does not want to hear, and he basically just snaps, and you see his eyes, and you think, holy shit. This episode is a lot about Subaru learning things, which obviously he's not going to take anything from it this lifetime. He's definitely going to get killed, or something's going to happen in the next episode, and he's going to have to come back again. But he is learning things from different people. So, for example, from Crush says that you've come here with nothing to barter with me, and you've got this murderous intent in your eyes. You say that you want to go there to kill these people, but you've said nothing about saving Amelia. And, like, obviously, he didn't. He just wants to go there to get revenge. He just wants to kill Beetlejuice, as it were. Only say that name once, don't say it 3 times. Yeah, she was absolutely right. I got worried for like a second because Rem's talking to Subaru, and Subaru's like, when we go back to the castle, we'll just take them all away. And Rem says something like, yeah, if that happens, then we'll do that. And Subaru like, looks at her and is like, what do you mean, if? And I was just like, Subaru, don't you dare snap at Rem. I was like, if he was about to just argue with her then, I was about to be like very, very annoyed at Subaru. But luckily that didn't happen. It just stopped there, and he seemed a bit apologetic later. But I got worried for a second there. Don't you shout at Rem. Best girl still. And another best girl moment for Rem in this episode was when Subaru was getting accused, like, how do you know this information about the witches' cult, like, attacking the thing? Are you a member of the witches' cult? And Crush asks Rem if she's ever suspected him, and she says no, like, flat out no. And he's like, it's so good. So the next scene we got was, I forgot her name, the orange-haired girl. She does that whole foot scene where she's like, lick my foot and maybe I'll help you. So the thing is with her that she just wants to see something interesting. She doesn't care about money or anything like that. So when he did that, you could see that she did not like him at all after that. So she seems to respect dignity. So, like, at the end of the day, have a bit of pride in yourself and maybe she'll help you out. So... yeah, I thought that was quite cool. Like, I would absolutely have licked her foot. I'm just saying, like, she's pretty hot. But I think if the go-around goes again, then maybe if he turns her down, maybe she'll help him. I don't know. And the last one, we get the purple girl. That one, I think, is called Anastasia. I'm so terrible with the rest of the names. But she basically set up that whole thing where she was manipulating him to get some information out of him. I thought it was a different character. I thought it was like the purple girl's older sister or something. Because she was being, like, super nice to Subaru. I was like, is this the same character that was, like, being a bitch to Amelia earlier? I was like, I can't remember. But then when it turned out it was all a ruse just to get some information out of him, yeah, that was pretty cool. She, like, did him good then. And, like, everyone else in the building just gets up and, like, walks out at once. It's terrible. That's poor Subaru. So the episode ends with the plan to basically evacuate everyone out of the city. But there's the scene at the end, which... So, they're in the carriages, and they're going towards the mansion, and Subaru's talking to these two people, talking to Ollie and this guy, and Subaru's like, where's that guy gone? He was just there. And then that Ollie's like, there was no one there, no one been riding with us. So, it seems that person, no one seems to remember him being there, and I'm not going to give away too much more, but we see a big whale with, like, mists coming down, which Subaru sees, and that kicks off the next episode, I imagine. So this is why I think things are going to go down. If you read in the comment section below, people will most likely let you know what that whale's about to do. And if you looked at the comments in the last video, then you'll definitely know what that whale's about to do. And unfortunately, I know as well, and it's... I don't want to watch next week, I really don't. Oh, God. I'm so worried. This is one of those calm before the storms, like, literally. Next week, or maybe it's the week after, I don't know, it's going to go off. No. So then, guys, next week is the start of the third arc of the series, and it's going to be probably the most dramatic and the most traumatic at the same time. So I can't wait to watch it, but I absolutely can. I would like to know what you guys thought in the comment section below. What did you think of the episode? What did you think of Subaru exploding? Was you worried he was going to snap at Rem? Because don't be horrible to Rem. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. If you're going to put spoilers, put the little gap and everything. We don't want just blatant spoilers. So yeah. Right then, guys, so recently I subscribed to Loot Crate. Specifically, I subscribed to Loot Anime. They specialise in sending Loot Anime related stuff, and I thought that I'd do an unboxing for you guys and show you the kind of stuff I got. Unfortunately, I'm in the future, so I've already opened it all, so I know what I get. This is what the box looks like after you've turned it inside out. It's kind of like a treasure chest, which we're going to see a treasure chest worth of stuff inside. Also, I'm wearing, spoiler, a t-shirt. You'll see more of that later. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Here we go. Right then, here we go. Welcome to the unboxing. First things first, let's get through this protective layer, which